Hi Steve.
Hi Ollie, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good.
It's good to be with you. Rehearsing, it's bloody fantastic.
Yeah, it's great. It's a bit of a reunion. It's rehearsal and the show's coming up.
Yeah, it's different. It's really different. There's a real experience and a real loving vibe here. It's really nice. And maturity, it's good to see. You know?
All the more for having you here.
Well, thank you for. I really, always my role was just to get things started, you started it all. You used to come for lessons with me all those years ago, remember?
Yeah, well, I wanted to quickly talk about my perspective. I'll just spend a second on that.
Please do.
I first met you at Bennett's Lane after one of your shows.
Yeah, with Malcolm, I remember.
Yeah, I think it was Mistaken Identity.
It was Mistaken Identity, yeah, good.
And I came up to you and I was like, I said to Mum and Dad, I was there, I was like 16 or something.
Yes, yeah.
And I said to Mum and Dad, I want to learn off that guy. I'd had all these teachers through high school, and they were all, I had some really good teachers, but I was just like, that's the guy, I want to play like that. So we approached you. You began giving me lessons.
Correct, yeah.
And you were like, I know some other guys around your age.
Yeah.
I reckon we should all get together and do something.
Well,
and that was the start of the Jazz Cat, right?
It was the start of the Jazz Cat. There were a lot of guys around, but also had a venue on the go with the Dizzies as well, so it was really interesting. But really, my whole thing is no good learning how to play music if you're not performing. And so always talked about performing and then why not? Let's get out there and do it. Who knew it was going to get this big and do all this stuff? But that's what I'm on about. Like let's get the ball rolling and let's initiate. Let's not control. Let the person, including you, Ollie, find their own voice.
Yeah.
I think the way best way to explain, we all use the same ingredients, but we have to come up with a different dish. That's basically
it. Yeah. So the Jazz Cat formed, and we started doing weekly. It was like a rehearsal, but you were there tutoring us.
Yeah.
So it's like the ultimate rehearsal with this mentor in the room.
Yeah.
We were rehearsing on Mondays, and then we had the opportunity to perform at your jazz club that you just started up every Thursday.
That's right. Well, what happened was. The club had been going before, right? And I came back from Chicago with my wife Chris, and we didn't know what to do with Thursday nights. I said, I've got that covered. We'll get the young dudes in, and we'll see what happens. And the next thing, I heard about the other band you had. It was a Parallel, right? And we just all rubbed off each other, and it was really cool. And we created a scene. I remember one show with the late Don Burrows. Remember that show with the late Don Burrows? That was really. I was trying to say it's the same thing, it's the same thing. And I remember one show where, because we're a bit annoyed, a lot of underage kids would come to the gig, and there's a policewoman there, right? And he said, I'll dob you, but I just want to go to the show. So it just came in. So many good stories. So I think what was really important for me, right, was to, and it doesn't matter with any, and thanks for your kind words about educating, but I just think it was about giving back. I think it's all about giving back, and that's what life's about. But really what I'm getting to in my older career now, even though I'm not that old, is teaching just the love of music. That's basically what it's about. And then if guys and girls can perform and get the opportunity, then I'm happy as anyone. That's really what I'm on about, Ollie, and that's what you've done. Yeah, it's really cool. And because you play the piano, obviously I have a soft spot for you, right? And you play with such flair and fire and your technique, and you hit the keys hard. I love it all. So it's really cool.
Thank you very much, Steve.
That's really cool. So.
Yeah.